Righto, so today we're going to be working on something different in the shed. Lance has been kicked out. Brother-in-law's brought his Z-Max around. He's been wanting to put towing mirrors on it for ages now. Got a hold of the guys at All 4x4 Spares. They do MSA towing mirrors. I've got Clearviews on the Land Cruiser, so we thought it'd be a really good idea, a really good opportunity to be able to compare the two. First of all, we're going to get them installed, so let's give Glenn a hand and see if we can't scratch this beautiful D-Max behind us. Oh shit, he heard that. Righto, let's do it. Righto, so first things first, you need to get your trims off, bub. There's my trim tool, rip in.
No.
So Glenn thinks I'm here to help him put the mirrors on. I'm just going to video Glenn doing it, and you can watch how an ex-fencer and a carpenter put mirrors in a D-Max. So if we can do it, anyone can do it.
Rip, tear, bust.
Beauty. So you've done your research, mate.
Had a bit of a look, yeah.
So we watch YouTube, and then you guys watch us on YouTube, and so it's like Chinese whispers. So this is probably like the 7th sort of iteration of someone doing a door trim on a D-Max, so it may or may not be right.
So best thing you can do, start off with the smallest tool and try and go from there.
At some point, if you do have an angle grinder to do this, you've gone wrong.
Gone wrong.
Cheap trim tools, they're like mine. They kind of work.
Oh no, they work, they've just got to find the right spot.
So it just pops up, does it?
Yeah, well, that's what I was after.
Any more wires? No?
Like that.
Easy, mate.
Easy as.
It didn't even sound like you broke any clips.
Well, in case I did, you can get these from small auto stores.
You bought spares, so that's in case I had to go.
Pretty much. I saw the tool you were using. What you do with stuff like this, make sure you just loosen it up a little bit.
Well, you want the mirror to fall on the floor, don't
you? Yeah, that's right.
That's
usually... I mean, we're replacing it. May as well make it break.
We've got to remember this isn't Lance today. We're not going for the patinaed D-Max.
No.
Okay.
Because your sister will shoot me.
You manipulate it, I won't drop it.
Yeah, no, it's just, I think it's got a little bit of a lippy poo.
A lippy poo, I think I'll edit that out.
That's a technical term.
Yeah.
Where's it going? That's it.
Got him.
I told you,
Sweet.
lippy poo.
That's terrible. Anyone needs some mirrors for a D-Max, Glenn will probably take $1,000 for them, I reckon.
At least.
Happily.
So it's got a little bit of a guide thing there and a little hook thing there. Yeah, that's fine.
Righto, it's not going to be a very long video. It is actually a really easy DIY job. You'd be mad to pay someone crazy money to do that. That is super quick and easy. Like I said, a fencer and an old busted ass chippy can do it. This is where the car doesn't start. Then it becomes exciting.
Yes.
Nothing yet, mate. There we go. We're on. Yep.
Okay, we got no side to side.
There we go. It just got more interesting. As I said. Really? You're joking?
No.
Just up and down?
Just up and down.
What? Yeah. No side to side.
No side to side.
No side to side. Right. So as usual, you say how something is so easy, and one of the plugs has given us grief. It's got a dodgy pin in it and it's still playing up. So it's definitely worth checking they work before you put the skin of the door back on. The more times you pull those door skins on and off, the worse the little plugs get and you end up with rattles in your car. So do the diagnosing before you put it all back together and make sure it's working. And we're not far off just cutting these wires and soldering them together, aren't we, Glenn?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no, he doesn't want to do that. I do. It's just like Lance. Or twist and tape. We can twist and tape.
Twist and tape. Yeah.
Okay, so the plug works. You just got to clip it together and she's all good. Again, carpenter, fencer. Now, woo. Lovely. It helps if you got decent tools in your shed to do these things, like SP or King Chrome. Anyone listening? It'd be nice. I will sell out for some good tools, 100%. Everyone says you sell out when you get stuff for free. Beer and tools, that'll be fine.
Beer and tools.
And everyone understands that.
Yeah.
Done. Sweet. Other side. See you shortly. Righto, so we got the MSA mirrors installed on the D-Max. It was actually a really easy job. Really good little DIY job for just about anyone that knows how to use a screwdriver and a 10mm socket. There really wasn't much else to it. So firstly, why the hell do you actually need towing mirrors? Is it that important, and is it a legal requirement? Glenn knows the answer to this one. So that old adage, if you don't know the answer, just make it up, really applied here. We thought we knew what we were talking about. We did a bit of digging after recording, and yeah, it wasn't correct what we said here. And then it was quite murky on the internet. New South Wales RMS says you may need towing mirrors. That's all it specifies that I could find. So check state by state, depending on where you live, guys. What I will say though, is if you can't see behind what you're towing, you need towing mirrors. Let's use some common sense, be safe out on the road, and do what's right for everyone else on the road. So that's why you need towing mirrors. Firstly, to be able to see behind you properly. Secondly, it is a legal requirement.
Yeah.
So once you've decided you need towing mirrors, which mirrors do you get? There are so many on the market. There are a heap of cheaper options on eBay, and I'm not going to get into bagging out cheaper options or get the dear options. What we are comparing here is probably the OG, like Clearview, and especially this style was pretty much the first guys to really hit the market with a dedicated towing mirror to certain admirer to vehicles. Then MSA's come in and done something arguably more stylish. That is quite subjective. So why did you pick that MSA mirror over this one?
Okay, start off with, this is our daily driver. We don't tow around Australia. Some people have got to stay home and work.
Well, you can aspire to that one day.
We wanted to keep it in a factory position. This is my wife's daily driver.
The MSA mirror tucks nice and tight to the car, and it nearly is exactly the same width out off the car as the factory mirror that the car comes with. The old school Clearview mirror, this old school design sticks out from the car quite a bit before you even extend it. And when you're not towing something, it does make it quite a bit more difficult to reverse the car. And I have found that to be one of the things I actually don't like about the Clearviews is the fact that they don't sit in close enough to the vehicle when they are sucked in. Okay, so how much were they?
Well, around the $885 for these ones.
Yep.
That'll get you out of trouble.
All 4x4 spares looked after us a bit, so thanks for that, guys. Look, they are within about $50 of each other. It really is not an important thing when you're factoring in which one you're going to go for. Look, I'm not going to comment on whether you should go into one of the cheaper brands on eBay. They may be alright, they may not be alright. What we are comparing here are the two major players and the two major designs. So fitting wise, it's been a long time since I fitted these. I do remember them being, look, they fit okay. They weren't perfect down the side of the door, and this door's been around since about 1984, so they've had a fair bit of time to perfect it. The MSAs went on pretty damn easy.
Pretty effortless, yeah.
Yeah, so fitting wise, both of them are really quite an easy DIY job. I will note, in a 70 series Land Cruiser, you are dealing with Masonite door cards, which is freaking laughable, really, but that's straight out of the 80s.
Yes, it certainly is.
All right, there's probably one test we do need to do and see which one is bigger, because that is always very important, isn't it?
Oh, it's how you use it, mate.
It is, righto. So well, we're going to go with about 360 fully sucked in. Is that the right term?
When it's cold.
When it's cold. 360 when it's cold. When it gets excited, we're at 450. And I should stop using those acronyms because that is my brother-in-law. Now, you put your tape on your own car.
Glass.
Because it's risky. It's a very shiny D-Max.
Okay, we've got about 290.
290. I was 360, so mine's bigger.
So we can go one to there.
Oh, we can do it twice.
Yep. And we've got about 365.
Oh, here we go.
We go that one again. And we've got about 450.
450. So that's exactly the same, isn't it?
There you go.
That's what we said. Off the glass. Go off the glass.
Go off the glass. What are you doing?
5'10". So if size does matter, get the Clearviews.
Yeah.
I suppose initially, how did you decide on those mirrors, mate? What inspiration did you get and what research did you do?
Well, I had a little bit of a look around to see what was around. But the final decision came from grabbing a beer and walking around Caravan Park.
Creeping
around. Yeah.
That's about you.
I went, well, that's a good looking mirror, and I'll have a talk to the bloke that's got that on it.
So if you really want to see all the different mirrors, just walk around caravan parks and just start pulling them in and out, and people will come and talk to you.
Yeah, 100%. They'll come out for sure.
Really good way to find out about the mirrors and about
black eyes.
That too, yeah. So anyway, don't do that. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. I hope that was actually a useful comparison. There are quite a few big differences. I think the main one being the fact that these new style mirrors, and Clearview do the newer style as well, that they suck back in close to the car and are so much more user-friendly on a day-to-day basis. I think that is perfectly suited to the D-Max, and I think you chose the right one for you.
100%.
As far as looks go, I do really like the old school Clearview on the 79 series. So it is a subjective thing, guys. Ultimately, they're both very good brands. I hope that helps you guys make a decision. Don't forget, you only live once. Have you been watching my YouTube videos,
Time to hit the road. What does Russell Coy say?
Get out there and enjoy it.